Hello, everyone. This is Mike Regan with GamingRing.com. We are here with Bryan Williams from THQ.
What's up? What's up, Mike? Good to see you again, man.
Thanks, man. Tell us
Before we start,
yeah.
all right, we're here to talk about WWE 12, right?
Yes.
And you're wearing a Briscoe Brothers
Yes.
t-shirt?
Yes.
What's with the WWE love, man?
Not
that I don't like the Briscoes in Ring of Honor, but come on, man.
Well, you see, I'm here for E3, and I'm going to be here for a total of 10 days in California.
That is right. You did tell me that.
Yeah. So I mean, I have to stretch out my wardrobe, and this was just the top of the suitcase. Okay.
I love the Briscoes.
Yeah.
Although I'm more of a fan of the Kings of Wrestling. That's either here nor there.
They're great. They're a great tag team. Now, this is a little bit sad for me because SmackDown's gone away.
It is.
12 years. 12 years.
Yeah.
So talk about the game that's taking its place.
Yeah, so SmackDown versus Raw is no more. Kind of putting that one out in the pasture. Great franchise for what it was, but now we're giving way to WWE 12. Continuation of what we started with SmackDown and SmackDown versus Raw, but this year we're going to offer, hopefully, I think our tagline is bigger, badder, better, and that's what we're trying to do this year. The name SmackDown versus Raw was a cool name, but it didn't really, it wasn't indicative of what we were selling you guys every year. The whole inter-brand rivalry is not that played up on programming, and our game, as you guys know, is a game that encapsulates all of the WWE. Mm-hmm. So it just made sense for us to just say, you know what, this is a WWE game, WWE 12, and that's what it is.
Okay, let's go through that little slogan there, bigger, better, better.
Bigger, better, better.
What's bigger about the game?
Well, the game's always been big. You guys know that. I mean, everybody watching this knows that. I mean, from match types to creation modes to online, which I know. We're working on the online. Don't even trip. We got that. And I don't want to say that at all. I'm not trying to blow smoke up nobody's ass, but we are working on online. So our games, I mean, just the amount of modes, the amount of features that we offer. We're not, with the rebrand, we're not, scaling back anything. Create a superstar, create a finisher, create an entrance. We got a couple new create modes that, we're going to hit you guys with. One that you guys have been asking for a long time. I can't, divulge that just yet. He knows what it is, though, but I can't tell you guys right now. And then, like I said, just with the breadth of match types that we have, that's the bigger. Our game's always been big, and we're going to keep it that way. We're not taking anything out in this year's title.
What's better?
Better is hopefully the gameplay. That's what, which is, to my relief, like the one, this year, since I've been on the game, I've been really just harping on, give us some more money, some more energy, some more time to put the focus on where it needs to be, which is the gameplay. Mm-hmm. Going back to the whole bigger aspect of the game, like none of those other modes and features mean a lick if what's going on in the ring is not compelling, is not satisfying, is not fun. So for me, and I know for everybody working on this year's title, from the creative guys to our project managers, like everybody's on board of just, making that this year's game, the gameplay, is the focal point. So, I know we still have a long ways to go. I think we're in a good spot right now. We still have, a couple months to get everything polished and everything kind of tightened up into that nice, great, game that we want to give you guys. Mm-hmm. But that is our number one this year, our number one.
Now, one of the things I noticed was that the matches are much more competitive.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. You hear that? He won't lie to you.
They are definitely much more competitive, nice. Even it's still early. Right. What is the eventual endpoint? Where do you see the game being more competitive once the game's released?
Well, as far as the competitiveness of it, I think a lot of it has to do, just with us, not only giving the gameplay more attention, but eliminating a lot of the cheesy bugs and issues that have plagued. That one that I know had plagued, SVR 11, which sucks. I mean, you guys, seriously, that's not our intention to ever give you guys a buggy game. But I think, us taking the onus and, really focusing on getting rid of cheese tactics, getting rid of, any bugs that are getting in the way of, mimicking or having that, a competitive feel. Mm-hmm. That's kind of part and parcel of what we're doing with our improvements. And then, of course, we've got the new breaking point submission, which is that, tug of war. It's almost like a throw, years ago, with the added ability of now you can crawl towards the ropes. But hopefully that, brings a lot more competitiveness to it and puts more spotlight on, like, the attributes as well, because we've got some new attributes this year that will hopefully, make the guys feel different, much more so than in the past. So I think just all those things coming together and, getting dialed in and getting, the polish that they need will hopefully result in that, more competitive experience against, the AI as well as, another human player.
Yeah. Now, talk about a little bit about some of the new gameplay enhancements that have been added to this year's in the game.
Well, let's see. Outside of, we've got a new animation system that helps a lot with the blending, just to make the game, hopefully makes, your movements in the ring look a little more smooth than what they have in the past. But as far as new gameplay, like elements and features, we have, like I mentioned, the breaking point submission. We got a new submission system. Added a handful of new submission moves. You can now crawl towards the ropes. Mm-hmm. It's not for every submission, but it's for those submissions that you would think would have it, like the Boston Crab, the sharpshooters, the single-leg Boston Crab.
Label lock.
The label lock, yeah, which we'll have in the game. Cattle mutilations in the game. That's really cool. I don't think you can crawl with that one. But that's something that I think is, the game is definitely, we've been needing that for a long time. Mm-hmm. I know fans have been asking for it, and, we've been wanting to give it to you, so I'm glad that this year we're able to accomplish that. Another cool thing that I really thought, sorry.
You're on there. Just
all
okay.
Right.
Okay.
Another thing that I really love about this year's game are the new comeback moments.
Yeah.
Which are, just like I said, they're those moments that you watch in a wrestling event where the guy, the babyface, usually getting beat down, and then he mounts his last-ditch effort comeback. I guess Cena is a prime example of that. The shoulder blocks and the suplex that leads into the five-knuckle. Yeah. We have these that trigger as you take damage. When you get to a certain health state, you can trigger these comebacks, and they kind of work like finishers. The starting points are going to be different for different characters, but using Cena, for example, like you run towards the guy once you've activated it, and it starts this little kind of quick time mini game that doesn't last very long, but it's a kind of time button press thing to keep the sequence going. And if you're successful, it'll put you right there in like your signature move state, where you can do your signature followed by your finish. So I think when I first saw that, I was like, wow, like, this is going to be badass.
Well, everybody had that, or is it just basically the baby faces?
No, it's a good question. We're treating these comebacks as abilities. They're actually going to be taking the place of an ability we had last year, the kip up. So the kip up is gone. In its place, we're bringing back, we're bringing these comeback moments. And we have 8 or 10 that we mocap that we'll have available for the game. But just like, like other abilities, you'll be able, of course, when you buy the game, we'll plug them into the guys that we've created them for. But, once you get the game from your CAS, if you just want to go and create a moveset and, make any modifications, you can, give the ability to whoever you want, heels, faces. So we don't put any restrictions on that. But, without spoiling who's on the roster, like, we've got some really cool ones. Really
Okay.
cool ones.
Now, can you edit each individual move in that, or is it just one move set or combo?
It's one moveset or combo. Okay. You can't edit individual things, but that is something that we've been thinking about. So
That would be very cool. And,
create your own comeback.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yeah. So always things to think about for next year's game.
Definitely.
But right now, they're cool. For
very cool.
12, they're I think.
I did actually perform those a couple times with Cena and Orton, and it's really cool.
Yeah, Orton's really good. I think that came out really good. The clotheslines followed by the power slam.
Yeah.
It's really cool.